Alright, what is up, guys? Today we're going to be doing the McR3bb deck, or the McR3bb deck. So it's the Reb deck, but with McNeil instead of Solomon. Yeah, this is from Volumes. You want to see how it does. I think that, like, the Reb deck, the reason it played Solomon is because it always has quite a lot of spare cash, because the units are cheap, and it doesn't have anything that can actually kill a tech unit. Like, to answer tech units, you're supposed to Iron Cannon. That's kind of the idea of the deck. So I think it's going to fare quite poorly. Although having said that, you can McNeil trap tech units and stop them getting to pads. So there is some room for McNeil to replace Solomon in that regard. So the Reb deck is very, very aggressive. You want to always be charging the missile. And against these bikes, we're just going to make a pit bull. And then we're going to transition into jump jets once we have enough money for jump jets. I actually don't want to... I want to tank with the dogs and then go in with the pit bull. Alright, so he's just made three bike squadrons, okay? Kind of insane. Should be able to fire this missile here pretty easily. We're just going to block out these lasers. Yeah, okay, so like 52-second missile, a little slower than I'd like. I probably shouldn't have gone double dog start, although it really wasn't that big a deal. And every time you can 2v1 bikes with pit bulls, you're just going to smash them because you kill one bike per shot effectively. Which means you get to, if you kill a bike before they even fire, then obviously their DPS is reduced so much. This guy's actually shooting my rifles with his bikes, which isn't the best play. Again, don't want to drive into the bikes without using something else to absorb the hit. I actually probably need to lose these pit bulls here because I'm top capped. No real reason to make any air units though. We don't have any air units worth building here. We will start putting down traps though. Just to mess with this guy's movement. Interesting flamers over there. Block with the dogs. It's on my base. Why though? Why? Why? Oh, the missile. Okay, whatever.
Objective complete. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so it's super important to go scout unit first in this deck. You really, really need to be charging the missile as quickly as possible. I'm not going to get off this pad until I have another unit to continue charging it. I want to wait until see what he actually does first. Alright, shocks, so we'll go another dog. You see I don't move off the middle pad until I'm onto the top pad because I want to make sure it's charging. And then as soon as we see missiles, we're just going to rifles. Again, I want to be charging the missiles, so I want to get these dogs off of the pad. Now I want to get back on the pad. And then we're going to go air as quickly as possible against the shock troopers as well. There's another harvester.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Unit ready. Reporting. Rifle. Move.
Defense online.
Got a lot of spare cash in this deck, so I might as well drop a trap. There's the tech lab though. It's going to be a slow missile. Yeah, 109 is not great. There's going to be tech units pretty soon. Yeah, there's a Wolverine already. Now, normally you just Iron Cannon the Wolverine. Or like, you know, you try and deal with the first tech unit and then Iron Cannon the second one maybe. We don't have that luxury in this build. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a trap down and try and use that instead to chase down this tech unit. There's zones. You can beat zones with drone spam. You can also beat them with riflemen since they got nerfed. But it's super important we keep this missile. This is where you would Iron Cannon normally. Once you get to this point of the game and there's a couple of tech units you can Iron Cannon. We can't do that, of course. So that's going to make it much harder. Put another trap down, get the rifles over here. I think we might probably dead though. Definitely not looking great. We have to kill this Wolverine.
Enemy
And now he's gonna iron cannon. Feels bad, man.
unit
Feels
lost.
bad.
Unit
My rifles
ready.
just get there in time.
Unit lost.
Probably should have made a jump jet and sent it to the right here instead of the second pit bolt.
Unit lost.
Yeah, we'll do that now. Put another trap down, try and stop incoming units.
Unit lost.
Oh my god. This is so much harder without iron cannon.
Unit lost. Warning. Enemy ion cannon activated.
Alright, I think we got it.
Nuclear
Yeah,
missile
just.
launched.
Whew.
Unit
Way more
lost.
difficult. Way more difficult without the iron cannon.
Mission accomplished. Three, two, one. New objective available.
Okay. Fun Hangman. Interesting. And he's gone Gren opening. I guess we won't make a harvester then.
Ready for action.
I don't want to do my dogs. I don't want to lose my dogs.
We've got. They don't stand a chance. Boom.
Unit ready.
Riflemen ready to move out. In hoorah! Rifle move out.
Now, we don't really need a harvester. We can definitely play no half. It seems unlikely that our opponent with Grens in his deck can do the same. So, I'm happy to play no half.
Riflemen awaiting orders.
If he wants to do some no halving, that's fine by me. Alright, there is the harvester. We'll go block. I guess we'll make our own harvester now. Although, we actually could potentially just play no halve entirely. Probably not, though. The income on no halve is so unbelievably terrible in this game.
Nuclear weapon launched.
Like, it's just not a viable strategy. You can't really afford any units as a no half deck.
You got it.
We definitely want to lose this dog.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Jump, let's gun him down. Moving out. Infantry ready. Get back lit.
We'll go after the harvester a little bit as well.
Unit lost.
How far forward can I put a trap? Not that far forward, unfortunately. Can't trap the harvester.
Unit lost.
Yeah, can't trap the harvester.
Catch it in.
Building online.
Taking him down. Powering up thrusters.
Defense online.
Let's fly.
Alright, well, just gonna fire 2 missiles. Look at that pitbull desperately trying to get to the pad. Feels the worst, my dude. Feels the worst.
Warhead launched. Enemy base destroyed. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Nell, Nell, Nell.
Harvester ready.
Wait until he gets on the pad and then get off it. Keep the missile charging.
Ready.
Wow, very early mutants. So it's definitely going to be mutant Chuggy, given that he's playing Jade. Let's keep the missile charging.
Unit ready.
Riflemen ready to move out.
Unit lost.
This bike isn't going to be relevant. Alright, cool. Pretty easy first missile there.
Unit ready.
Some jump jets. He's obviously going to go for my harvester because he's a Rivals player. But joke's on him, it's not there. Unlucky, mate. He wants to attack my base, that's fine by me.
Attack.
Ready for action. Powering up KJ here. Charge. Move out.
Building online.
And there's the Chuggy as predicted.
Get active.
Unit ready.
I'm just going to put a trap down for it.
Unit lost.
Unit. Move.
Unit ready.
Lock and load. Report.
Look at these trap mutants. Get wrecked. Look how slow boy they are. Oh, that's funny. Oh, didn't mean to move those dogs. Just need to leave them there and we win the missile. And his bikes are still on my base. And classic Jade play. A classic Jade play. Firing the Jade missile as the game ends.
3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Alright, half and half. Against Fortum.
Harvester ready.
What is this guy doing? Why are their rifles going towards my harvester? Is this some kind of sketchy rush?
Unit ready.
Are they just guarding his harvesters? Is that the plan? Mutants again? Well then, exciting times. Probably gonna want to go drones here.
Unit ready.
Alright, fairly straightforward. 55-second missile. A little bit slower than I'd like, but still. Here's double half. We are pop capped here. So if he was to send bites straight at my harvester, it might be an issue. I'm going to start putting down some preemptive traps.
Unit lost.
I don't want to put one down over here in case the bites trigger it, but I do want to maybe put one back like here.
Online.
They don't stand a chance.
Just I just want to get to a point where I can have multiple traps down. I've never really tried it before because it seems quite difficult to pull off.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
I think it could be quite high value. The problem is your opponent can see the trap, so he can like send something to trigger it at a random time.
Let's fly.
The cooldown is also pretty long on this trap. Like, look, we can't even play another trap yet. Yeah, now he's gonna trigger this one.
Unit lost.
Put one down here, but the game's already over, so it doesn't really matter. All right, cool. 148. About 10 seconds slower than I'd like. But what are you gonna do?
Objective complete.
Was that 5? Was that 5 already? Alright, there you go, 5-0. Very quick. It's not that surprising with a deck like that. The deck is incredibly aggressive. Every game you want to end in under 2 minutes. If the game goes longer than 2 minutes, it's not good. I don't think this is where you want to be with McNeil, for what it's worth. I think if you're going to do a deck of this style with McNeil, it would make sense to have, like, an Orca in there as well. Maybe instead of the drones, like something like this. Like something a little bit more expensive, a little bit heavier hitting to spend your money on, because like the McNeil doesn't cost you enough money. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed some McR3bb deck, and I'll see you all next time.